Hi, boys and girls.
And welcome back to the Dairy Milky Magic Day Camp.
I'm Auntie Sharon.
And I'm Ryan.
I was thrilled to be here again. Today we are taking a trip to the Queen's Park, Savannah. They say it's the world's largest roundabout. Have you ever been around Savannah, Ryan?
I think I have.
Yeah. Lots and lots to see and do on the Savannah. Today we're going to tell you a little bit about it. We really enjoyed our trip to the Carney Swamp last week and all the wonderful activities, the exercises, the dancing, and this week it's going to be just as much fun. But Dairy Milky Magic Campers, I think we need to sing the camp song. You ready, Ryan?
Yeah.
Dairy Milky Magic Campers, here we go! Milky Magic 1, Milky Magic 2.
So many exciting things to do.
Milky Magic 3, Milky Magic 4.
We've got cool places to explore.
Milky Magic 5, Milky Magic 6.
Friends and fun, the perfect mix.
Milky Magic 7, Milky Magic 8.
Dairy Show makes it great.
Milky Magic 9, Milky Magic 10.
I can't wait to come back again.
Yay! All right, so we have the camp song done, and now we get ready to jump into the fun. So what do we do today? Let's see. First of all, I think I need to tell you guys hello. All right?
Yes.
So let's see. Ryan, let's check in on my phone and see who's out there today. Because we want to say hi to all of you. Let's try and find you. Hold on. All right, let's see. I'm trying to find all of you. Oh, turn my volume down first. All right. Okay, hi Nicole. Ryan, who are you seeing there? Joanne, Cindy, hello. Hi Nishada, loved your craft last week. Anne-Marie, good morning. Ryan, you pick somebody to say hi to.
Hi, Simone.
And Charlene, hello everyone. Give us all a thumbs up, talk to us in the comments because we're looking to see who's there today. Now remember, everybody who interacts with the live, either you comment, you like, you share, take part, you get a chance to win one of 5 Dairy goodie bags, okay? Lots of great things in there. So make sure and take part, let us know you're there so we can see you in the comments. Interact with us, and at the end of the broadcast, 5 lucky winners are going to be chosen to get a Dairy Milky Milk goodie bag. Full of really, really great things. All right. Hi, Gabrielle and Lily Rose. Nice to see you. Hi, Justine. Oh, Justine is tuning in all the way from the US. With Lauren. Hi. Okay. Great. We're just waiting a little bit for more people to join us. You know, some of you might still be in bed. Had a lazy morning. Last night was a late night for a lot of us. So all the kiddies might be running a little late too. So we're waiting for everybody. Who else is out there? Tell us hello. All right, who else is there? Ryan, seeing anybody else? Okay. Just waiting a few more minutes. All right. So Ryan, are you excited about today?
Yes.
Yeah, Ryan dreams about Tuesdays all week. Tries to think of what we're going to do next, how much fun we're going to have. Hi, Josanne, again. All right, really good to see everyone here. As I said, don't forget to interact with us, comment, like the page, share, and you will be put in the draw for the end of the live broadcast to win a Dairy Milky Milk goodie bag full of great stuff. Oh, hi, Keziah. Good morning. Hope I said your name correctly. Hi, Osam, Zadie. Nice to see you guys. Please, kids, don't forget to send in all your wonderful artwork. We've had some really great work in our albums on the Dairy Milky Milk page last week and the week before. Lots of the Rangoli designs and ibis and the train. And the volcanoes, we really look forward to seeing all that we do. And we would love to show off your work on the page. So don't forget, when you finish, send your pictures in so we can show you off on our page. All right. Hi, Amrit. Okay, I think we have a whole bunch of people here now. Ryan, I think we better go get ready for our trip to the Savannah. You know the savannah is full of fun, exciting things to do, so you better pack your bag well, right? Well, you run off, right? You ready to go run off? You thinking about the things that you want to take to the savannah with you? Right. Ryan knows the savannah is great fun, so he's going to go and organize his things. And in the meantime, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the savannah. So I'm going to get, I get my handy paintbrush, right? Get my handy paintbrush. So we are visiting the savannah today. Okay, go back here. And y'all, savannah is a huge grassy park, a grassy area in the middle of Port of Spain. It's called the heart of Port of Spain. So we're going to put in that nice savannah grass, right? Let's paint in some savannah grass here. Now, once upon a time, because all good stories start with once upon a time, this area of Port of Spain was all sugar land. All right, they used to grow sugar as a crop in Trinidad many years ago. And this particular piece of land was owned by the Pescier family. And they had the land for many years. And eventually they decided to give it over to the people of Port of Spain. They gave it to the government for the people of Port of Spain to use as recreation, because everybody needed some place to go as the city built up. Everybody needed a place to go to stroll, to take a walk, get a little fresh air. Now, not many people know, but that in the middle of the savannah, there's a tiny little cemetery that belongs to the Pescier family, where the members of this family are buried. Maybe you can go and look for it sometime. But they will stay there forever. That is their place, because they're a very important family. And the savannah is a very, very important place. But not only for people who live in Port of Spain, but for all people in Trinidad, because a lot of wonderful things happen in the savannah. Right? Let's see, I'm going to paint in. The savannah is full of beautiful trees. I love coolie season around the savannah. Let's put some trees in. Oh, first of all, before I even put the trees in, I need to put northern range in the background. Because if you look from the savannah, you can see towering majesty of the northern range in the distance. Okay, so let's put the northern range in. I should make it a different shade of green so it stands out a little bit. Some yellow paint there. Sometimes I still want to cooperate. One of those times. Hold on. Let's get a little bit of yellow paint. Okay, so I'm painting in our northern range. Those are the mountains we see off in the distance. Woo, got some purple and pink in there too. Let's paint in the northern range. Probably put a little bit of blue in there as well. As the mountains go off into the distance, they look a little bit blue. Get the northern range in there. It's like a nice blue-green paint. So if you like, you can follow along and paint with me. You can paint in your sky. You can paint in the northern range in the background. Paint that northern range in. Okay. Quickly paint that northern range in. I'm going to paint over this tree for the moment. We'll put it back. Okay, so I'm painting in the northern range. Big and imposing in the background. So what are one of the things that people do when they come to the savannah? I'm sure if you've ever gone past the savannah at any time of the day, you'd see a lot of people out there exercising and jogging. Lots of people exercising and jogging. Hey, Ryan, nice to see you, boy.
This is Ryan.
You getting fit for carnival or what?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No,
Let's see. Do some jumping jacks and then. Look up and see. Look, everybody see your rocky moves. Right, so Ryan is exercising on his Savannah. Oh, you must be getting tired there, boy. You tired yet? What other exercises you know? You know, later on this week, we have Arteria back with us again to do more exercises. Right, so Ryan has gone off, catch his breath. He probably went to get a nice cold snow cone or something. Right, okay, so we painted in our northern range. Painting in our northern range. And there are always cars going around the Savannah, so there's a lot of noise. You can hear all the cars going by. It can be quite noisy at times. It's a bustling, busy place. Right, so we're going to put our trees back in. Put our trees in. There are lots of lovely trees on the Savannah. All right. Lots of pui trees. Often see them in bloom in pui season. Here, let me put the little track around the Savannah here. Now, many years ago, there was also a racetrack around the Savannah, so people would come to watch horse racing. There was also a tram car that went around the Savannah, so you could get a ride on the tram. If you don't know what a tram is, after this broadcast is finished, go and look it up and see. All the lovely ladies and gentlemen would dress up on a weekend and come and catch the tram and go around the Savannah in their finest clothes. That was one of their bits of entertainment. Or they'd go and watch the horse racing on the Savannah. Savannah has always been a place where people have gathered, get together, have fun, go out with their families, picnic. At Easter time, to this day, there are still big kite flying competitions. Later on this week, we're going to do some kite craft. Gosh, all those cars going by the Savannah, so loud. So different from the quiet swamp with the bird songs. Right, so we're going to put in our little track here. Put in our Savannah track. Let's put in the track. Now, the middle of town is always quite noisy. All right, so putting in the Savannah pavement there. Put some more trees. Let me put some more trees in. Okay, so you can draw your trees in. Draw those Savannah trees. Trees. Okay, put that Savannah grass there. Now, another thing people like to use the Savannah for is they love to come and play at cricket matches. Do you all like cricket? We're going to have a big cricket competition here soon. So Ryan is gearing up to hit those balls for 6. Oh, Ryan, careful you break one of the windows in the Stolmeyer's castle, you know. Take it easy, dude. Yeah, so Ryan loves to play cricket. Come Ryan, let's see some more cricket moves. Yeah, Ryan is playing his cricket. Has a lot of fun playing cricket on the Savannah. I wonder what other sports there are. Let's think. What else do you see being played on the Savannah? I know they play Ryan's favorite sport of all. You wonder what that one is? Ryan loves to play football. It's his favorite thing in the whole world. So see, I know he's out there practicing. Woo! Come on, Ryan, let's see. Let's see some football moves. Whoa! Bump it on your head. Let's bump it on your head. Right, so anytime you go around to Savannah, you can see all the different football clubs practicing. Okay? I'm going to start putting in some flowers and so on my tree at Pui season. It is a wonderful, wonderful sight to go on the Savannah and see all the pui trees in bloom. We have a lot of pink pui, a lot of yellow pui. Get a different brush here. A little brush for the pui. Okay, so if you're painting along with me, you can put a little pink paint or a little yellow paint on your brush and a little white paint. And you can put in some pui blossoms. Let's put those pui blossoms on our tree. Feel Ryan might be jogging another lap for the Savannah, you know. Then run off some energy. He's so full of energy these days. Better, he's probably taking another lap. All right, so I'm putting in my pui tree. Stands out a little bit. Then, okay, let's put the little fence that goes around the Savannah. The fence that goes around the Savannah. Pui tree over here. Okay, so I hope you all are painting along with me. Now, being along the biggest roundabout in the world, as you go all around the Savannah, there are also beautiful buildings that line the route of the Savannah. Now, the most famous of these are called the Magnificent Seven. And in a few minutes, I'll tell you a little bit more about the Magnificent Seven. Hold on. Get these pui trees in here. Do any of you know any of the Magnificent Seven buildings? If you do, you could type them to me in the comments. We'll take a look. See how well you know Trinidad. Name some of the Magnificent Seven buildings. Okay, so I'm putting my nice pui trees. Add a little railing here. Oh, I think I see Ryan making another lap of the Savannah. Really into the jogging today. We're putting in the railings. Okay, let's put some of those pui flowers down on the ground. And we put a couple little pui trees off in the distance, all around the other edge of the Savannah. Whew, Savannah busy today, boy. Only hearing cars up and down and up and down. Putting in some more pui trees there. A little more brown paint. I'll use some on my back. Ryan, how are you going, boy?
I'm tired.
What you up to? You're tired? How you can be tired already? You're not going to be fit enough to play mass? Huh? You ran too many laps. I think you need to maybe do push-ups now. How are you going to manage to jump all on the road for carnival and you can't run too many laps? Let's see. Yeah, the Savannah is actually home to the greatest show on earth, which is Carnival. Carnival time, there are lots of competitions on the Savannah. Of course, you have the parade of the bands. As they cross the Savannah stage, there's also panorama, where people come out and listen to the steel pan, and all the pan men compete. There is also calypso competitions. Kiddies Carnival, everything happens around the Savannah. Ryan, wear your carnival costume, boy. You need to go and get your carnival costume and give us a little tilele around the Savannah. Let's see. Go and grab your costume. Take a jump. Yeah, that's it. That's the day that everybody lives for in Trinidad. It's Carnival, Monday and Tuesday, where we get to dress up, wear our costumes, and take a little jump around Savannah and Port of Spain. Put some little puri flowers on the ground there. Right, so we have our puri flowers in our Savannah. Right. Still Ryan missed the music truck. He hasn't not seen him at all, boy. Must have stop off for some kalori around the other side of the Savannah. I wonder. Alright, so we're putting in all our lovely trees around the Savannah. Okay. I think I hear any music truck now, you know. I feel Ryan is coming down with the music truck. The real dance to her. Let's see. Right, I think I've had my Savannah painted up nicely here now. Let me look out for that music truck. Let's see. You know, as an artist too, I love the Savannah because I get to go and paint around the Savannah. It's one of my favorite things to do. I think I'm going to go and get my painting stuff. I'll be right back. Woo! Yes, I love to sit down in the Savannah. And I'm sure if you go to the Savannah, you will often see artists sitting and taking in the wonderful view and painting. Let me get my easel all set up here. Let's see. Let me get my easel set up. I'm going to do a little painting on the Savannah here. Oh, and there's Ryan. Wow, I was just in time to see the carnival truck going by. Please. Look at Bacchanal. Woo! Ryan, what carnival songs you know? Jump up, jump up. Oh wait, let me put on my apron and all of that. Let me put on my apron. Gosh, I wonder what time it is. Time sure flies when you're having fun, huh? Let's see. Putting on my apron. Oh my gosh, but look at what I found here. You know, it's a good thing to have an art bag, you know, all sorts of interesting things end up in it. I have an old coloring book, and I'm actually going to show you my coloring book because in the coloring book are pictures of the magnificent Savannah. So let me take a look at these so we can have a little chat. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see better. All right. So we have, anybody recognizes this building of the magnificent Savannah? If you do, you can write it in the comments. Can't look at the comments right now, but I'll look after. All right. Ryan, you want to paint for me? You can go ahead and paint something if you like. Go ahead. Ryan is going to take over my easel and paint while I tell you about the buildings on the Savannah. Okay, I'm going to put these here. All right. So the first building is the oldest secondary school in Trinidad and Tobago. It wasn't always here, okay? It used to be in the Prince's Building, but this building is known as Queen's Royal College, all right? So it is considered the most striking of the Magnificent Seven because of its tall, lighted clock tower, all right? And it also chimes. A couple of years ago, they fixed the clock so that it chimed, and they did a lot of renovation on the on Queen's Royal College. Okay, the foundation stone for the college was laid all the way back in 1902, and the college was actually opened in 1904. So all the boys from the Prince's Building, where this college was before, moved over to Queen's Royal College in 1904. The college, the architectural plans for the college were actually designed by one of Queen's Royal College's old students. Okay, his name was Daniel Han, and he designed it in a very German style, German Renaissance style. So, but it has a lot of nice Caribbean architectural touches as well. Okay, he has a lot of tropical influences. It's not as severe as the German style was. So there we have the Queen's Royal College. Lovely big building. I'm sure if you walk around the Savannah, you'll hear the chimes going off. Okay, so that's Queen's Royal College. Then there's Little Hayes Court. Okay, Hayes Court. I don't have a picture of Hayes Court, but Hayes Court was built for the Anglican bishop. Right? You can look for Hayes Court. You can Google Hayes Court and see what you find out about Hayes Court. I'm going to leave that as a little mystery building for you to do some more research on. All right. Then we have the beautiful millefleurs. Now, millefleurs means a million flowers. And the house was built by Mrs. Prada for her husband as a gift. All right. And this building was very recently restored. It was in a very rundown state for many, many, many years. And a lot of people went out and we tied flowers to the gate of the building, asking that the building be restored. And eventually, the restoration was done. And now we have the beautiful millefleurs again, which is going to be the office of the National Trust. So we're very excited about that. It's a lovely, lovely building. It was designed by architect George Brown. Okay, so it was in the Prada family for several years, and then it was sold to Joseph Salvatore, and it remained with him until his death in 1971. And then the government took the property over from his daughter in 1979. And for a long, 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 long time, this building stayed vacant and it ran down over time. But fortunately, they've been able to restore it and bring it back to its beauty. You'll see the lovely water fountain outside. It's working again. And this was done in a French provincial style of architecture. Right. Okay, so the next one we have is Whitehall. Now, lots of you should know this one. This building is actually the office of our Prime Minister. This was also restored recently. It was built in 1904 and was one of the largest private homes around the Savannah. It was owned by Joseph Agostini. And it changed hands a few times before eventually it became the property of the government. And it's now used as the office of the Prime Minister. Beautiful white building. The stone from it was actually limestone that was imported from Barbados. Okay. It also has another name. It was called Rosenweck. And it is really a very imposing structure on the Savannah. Stands out beautifully at night, especially with that lovely limestone. Go and take a look. I wonder what Ryan is painting there. Okay, so another building we have is the Archbishop's House. It was started in 1903 by the 5th Archbishop of Port of Spain. Okay, And it was done in the Indian Empire style of architecture. And the building itself has gone through many, many, many changes over the years. Hardly anything is left of its original look. But if you go around to the southeast side of the lower part of the building, you'll find the original doors of the building. Okay, so that's Archbishop's Place, house, around the Savannah. What else do you have? Ryan, can I take a look what you're doing? Yeah, keep painting. Don't know what Ryan is up to there. Okay. So then we come to Ambard's house, okay, which was built by Lucien Ambard in 1904. Look at the nice domes on the top. Really beautiful, fancy looking house. Okay. A lot of the materials that came for this house were imported from all over the world, from Italy, from Scotland, from France. But the rafters of the building came from the estate of Mr. Ambard's estate in Erin in South Trinidad. So the wooden beams of the house came from their estate in South Trinidad. They cut the logs, they brought them up, and they used them to build Ambard House. Okay. Now this house was bought over. It was lost and sold a couple times. It changed hands, and eventually ended up with Timothy Rudall in 1940. And his family has lived there to this day. It is the only privately owned house on the Savannah. It's the property now of Yvonne Morgan. And the name, it's called Ambard's House, but she changed the name to Rumor, which is a combination of the names Rudall and Morgan, Rumor. And it is the only privately owned building. It's still very, very well maintained. It's beautiful, very fancy. Right, and I think our favorite building on the Savannah is Stolmeyer's Castle. If you ever dreamt of yourself in a fairy tale, this is probably the castle that you would imagine. This building was also restored recently and is often now the home for different exhibitions. There was recently a carnival exhibition there. It was property of the Stolmeyer family for many, many years. Okay, and Mrs. Stolmeyer, who the house was built for, thought it was a little bit too fancy for her. So she gave it to her son, who was getting married at the time. And her son's wife named the castle Killarney because it was fashioned after Balmoral Castle in Scotland, which is where she hoped to go for her honeymoon. So that's how it got the name. Okay. So it's either known as Stolmeyer's Castle or Killarney. All right. So the government now owns this castle and uses it for exhibitions, for events, and various things. It's wonderful, lovely stained glass windows, big staircase. If you ever get a chance to go in and take a tour, do go and take a tour. Okay? Right, so some of those are some of the more important buildings around Savannah, our Magnificent Seven. Of course, you'll have other buildings like Knowlesley. You have the President's House. You also have the National Museum and Art Gallery, where we house a lot of our historic documents and artifacts. There's also a very large room dedicated to Trinidadian artist Michel Jean Casabon. You can go and see his watercolors. There's also a room where there is the Banwari Man, that you can see, one of the oldest human beings found in Trinidad and Tobago. And often it is the host for local artists to display their paintings, their sculptures upstairs in the art gallery. So if you're ever in Port of Spain, try and take a visit to the National Museum. Okay, it used to, they have a lot of interactive programs now with kids and different camps that you can get involved in and come and do art and craft and learn about the history of Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so those are some of the buildings, but one of the main things around the Savannah that people enjoy going to is our Emperor Valley Zoo. Have you all ever been to the zoo? What's your favorite animal in the zoo? Ryan, do you like going to the zoo?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Ryan likes, what's your favorite animal, Ryan?
Monkey.
Ryan likes the monkeys. So this morning, now the Emperor Valley Zoo was named after the emperor butterflies that used to be very, very frequent around the savannah. They were big, blue, gorgeous butterflies. You don't see them too often anymore because there's so many cars and trucks and buses. You have to probably go into the forest to see those butterflies. But the zoo was named the Emperor Valley Zoo after those butterflies that used to be there in thousands many years ago. Next to the zoo, there is also the Royal Botanical, well, it used to be the Royal Botanical Gardens, it's just called the Botanical Gardens now, where we have hundreds of species of plants, some of them indigenous to Trinidad, meaning that they grow here, and others that were imported from every different continent of the world. It's one of the largest, if not the largest, botanical garden in the world. That is the Botanical Gardens next to the zoo. You can also take your picnic basket, go there, relax, have fun. But we're going to the zoo first because Ryan and I, because he likes playing maths and jumping up and doing carnival, we decided we would like to make some carnival animal masks to jump up with around the savannah. What do you think, Ryan? You want to try that? Yeah, we're going to make some masks. So I'm just going to move my table across to get ready for our craft. Let's see what Ryan's been painting. What have you been painting, Ryan? Let's see. Can I see?
Takes a long time.
Takes a long time. Oh, Ryan is painting Bosse House, which is one of the houses that you'll see around the savannah that's also been restored. Very nice, Ryan. And Ryan is going to finish that painting for you this week, and then you're going to see it. We're going to put it up on the page for you to see. So this is Bosse House, which was taken over by the Sami family and restored. Lovely, lovely little gingerbread house around the savannah. So Ryan, I'm going to look forward to seeing you finish that. I'm just going to move this off to the side. Okay, so I know the crafts are the really fun part of the whole thing. So we're going to get our crafts. Now, I'm going to set up our table for us. Okay, hold on, Ryan. I have to move the table first. Okay. Okay, so we're going to get ready to do our craft. We've made these lovely masks. Now, what you can do, you can either make an animal mask if you want to do an animal from the zoo, or if you prefer, you can make a carnival mask.
Animals.
Okay, so you can decide which one you'd like to make, Ryan. We like to make an animal mask. Okay, so what we're going to need, all right, what we're going to need, I got sticks. I've used old paintbrushes, but you can use any sticks that you like. You can use palette sticks. If you don't have sticks, you can use your hole punch and you can just punch holes in the side of your mask. But I'm using old paintbrushes. It's always good to recycle. You'll need a marker or a pencil to be able to draw your face on. You will need paper plates. Okay, I'm just going to rest this here. All right, so you're going to use paper plates. All right, so we have paper plates. And then you can look around your house for any little bits and scraps that you have. If you have sequins or colored paper or gems or feathers, cardboard, whatever you have, you can do that. All right, and then also you're going to need paint. So I'm going to put a little bit of paint out for us. Here, Ryan, get your container there. What colors would you like?
Brown.
You want brown? Okay. Ryan wants to make a monkey mask. I'm going to do a carnival mask. Okay? So I'm going to get some green. Let me just get some other colors here. Stretch. Move my table a little bit too far away this morning. A little bit too far away. All right, so we're putting some paint there. All right. What other colors do you need, Ryan? A little bit of white? A little white? Okay, I'll give you some red. All right, so again, some paints there. A little bit of red. Some black. Stretch. Always good to have your craft supplies close to you. Put mine a little bit too far this morning, so I'm doing some exercise. All right, so we put some black. I'm going to use a little purple. Right, any other colors you need, Ryan? That's all you need, right? If you need more, you can have it. Well, no, you mix your pink and mix your red and your white, and you get the color that you want. Right, so I have my colors. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do first, okay, get this out of the way. Now I'm going to put this over on this side. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're going to make 2 masks. So we're going to divide our paper plates in half. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line across with a marker or a pencil. Just draw a light little line. Okay, so I'm dividing it in half. And then I'm going to cut my paper plate in half. Okay. Oh, and Jinx is visiting again this morning. All right. So we're cutting the paper plates in half. Okay. Now, Ryan, here's yours. You can have yours. All right. And what we're going to do next, we're going to take our markers. Okay. And we're going to put 2 dots for eyes, where the eyes are going to be. And then we're going to draw 2 small circles for the holes for the eyes. Okay, so draw your eyes. Don't make them too big, Ryan, because you want to, so we don't want to make them too big. Okay, now this is where you can have a grown-up help you, because it's sometimes a little bit difficult to cut out the eyes. So we are going to cut the eyes out with the scissors. Okay, Ryan, I'll do yours for you in a minute. And somehow I've managed to pick up the left-handed scissors again. But I'm going to make it work. Now I know how left-handers feel when they have to use right-handed scissors. Yeah. Okay. Cut out, see? Cut my 2 circles out. Cut those out for you. I'm not going to make them too big because you want to have that monkey face. Okay, so Ryan is going to design his own monkey face.
Monkey man.
Right, and I also have cardboard, so you can use it to cut out to stick on the monkey ears. I made an ocelot, which is one of our local wildcats.
Oh, I thought that was a tiger.
No, it's an ocelot. Yep. Now, the zoo does a lot of education. They also do a bit of conservation and rehabilitation of animals. So, like, sometimes people will find wild animals in their yards that get hurt. They will call the Emperor Valley Zoo. The Emperor Valley Zoo is often called to rescue snakes that come up. Please don't ever kill a snake. Yeah. Most snakes are harmless. Don't ever touch a snake either without knowing what it is. But if you see a snake, please don't kill it. Snakes are very, very, very important parts of our ecosystem. They are useful because they keep the populations of rats and other vermin down. So, because rats carry a lot of diseases. So the snakes help, that's what they eat. So they help to keep those populations down and in turn keeps us safe. Snakes are very important. So please, if you ever see a snake, don't kill the snake. Stay away from it, and you can call the Emperor Valley Zoo to come and remove the snake, or you can call one of the wildlife rescue centers to come and remove the snake. There's some beautiful snakes in the Emperor Valley Zoo. Why was I talking about snakes? Oh yes, conservation. So they try to do a lot of conservation and education. Right? The zoo has also started a recycling program that takes soft drink bottles and so on. When people use them in the zoo, they put them into special bottles there, and they're using that plastic to make benches and things for the zoo and pavers. So they're trying to do a lot. Recently, they've upgraded all the animal enclosures to make them more natural. Although, of course, we always prefer to see animals out in the wild. All right. Okay, Ryan.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If rats have diseases and snakes, then wouldn't they get a disease? Like coronavirus?
That's a good question. Snakes are adapted. They're adapted that they don't get sick from those things.
What can they get sick?
I don't know. We'll have to ask somebody who's a specialist on snakes. Okay, so maybe we need to take a trip to the zoo to ask them those hard questions. Either that or we'll have to Google. All right, so it's always good to ask questions. That's how we learn. Okay, so we have our masks. And the first thing we're going to do here, Ryan, hold on to that. All right, so we're going to take our stick and we're going to get a little piece of masking tape. Just a little piece of masking tape there. All right. We are going to put the masking tape onto the back of the mask. Okay, so you can use a small piece of masking tape to fix the.
I'm not doing it left because I have to do it left.
All right, you do it whichever way you want. Here's a piece of tape. And scissors.
It's to be a little.
All right, so you see we've stuck a handle onto our mask so that we can hold our mask on. Now, I'm very sure that back in the early 1900s, when all those beautiful homes were built around the Savannah, people who lived there had lovely balls, and maybe they even had masked balls where they dressed up, especially carnival time and parties. Yeah, no, well, it's not quite the right mask for coronavirus, but you're right, we really need to wear our masks. All right, okay, so Ryan and I are going to start to decorate. If you're doing this along with us, you can start decorating as well. Okay, I'm going to take a quick peek to see what you guys are up to. Ryan, you can start painting.
Trying to tell you.
All right, you can start painting. I think I'm going to do a carnival mask. So I'm going to use some very bright colors. Hold on. Ryan wants to take a look and see who's on with us. All right, so I'm going to use some bright colors on my mask. Ryan, go ahead and paint. Come on, we have to finish our masks. Let's go. Let's see. I'm going to paint my mask.
You're going to paint yours?
Yeah, I'm going to do a nice carnival mask.
Do you like craft or art better?
I like both. I love both.
What do you like better?
I like both just as much as each other. I'm going to try and make a fun carnival. I don't have any yellow. I need some yellow. Do some. All right.
I like the Lego mask.
Okay, so Ryan is doing his monkey mask because he loves to go and see the monkeys. I am going to do my carnival mask. Sorry, I didn't get myself my own water bottle. So Ryan, I have to stretch across them.
Because you stole it.
I don't know. I'm borrowing it.
Stealing allowed.
I'm stealing it. I'm borrowing it. Yes, I'm painting in my carnival mask. With some nice colors on my mask. Your mask could be anything you want it to be, and I do hope that at the end of the show you will send in pictures of your mask.
And I promise
next week we are going to have a party here, so you can put your mask on and jump up with us. On our last day we're going to have a party.
Don't spoil
the surprise. But I'm telling them they need to wear their mask.
But you're already.
Yeah, they don't know what we have in store. Yes, I can't find my yellow. I'm going to do my mask. Yes, I'm doing a funky mask. See how my mask is coming along. Nice bright colors. Right. I think I'm going to get a couple little bits and pieces to stick on. Ryan is doing his monkey mask. Ryan, would you like me to cut some ears out for your mask to stick on? I'm going to cut some ears out for Ryan. Stick on his monkey mask. Yes, to paint them. Okay, let's see.
You're cutting the cloud.
I like to recycle, you know that. Cloud again. I'm going to cut this out for you. Right, so we have 2 monkey ears there.
I'm going to use my trick.
Okay, there you go. There's your ears. You can keep them on after. These are your ears. I'm using like old wrapping paper from chocolates. Yep. So like, you know, when you have chocolates and sweeties and you get all these pretty tissue papers and wrapping papers, you can save them to use for craft projects.
I usually just put them.
No, you can put them, but it's much, much better to save them and use them again. Wash them off and use them. Get a little glue there. Okay, how are you going there, Ryan? What's everybody saying? Can you take a look? How is everybody?
Make sure to scroll up.
Oh, Lily Rose, you're making a lion mask. That sounds really exciting. My glue is giving me trouble. My glue always likes to give me trouble.
Because I don't like being used.
All right. Let's get a little glue, Ryan. Can you pass a brush there? Can you a little brush? Ryan and I make lots of mess when we're creating. So make sure you put down your paper. Right. Just hold on a little bit. You organize your fly. So I'm doing on some bits of thing. Now, of course, it's much better to leave your paint to dry. I haven't left my paint to dry, so I'm making a little bit of mess.
Impatient.
Oh, well, just trying to get it done. Some pieces here with my glue. Okay.
I finally finished.
All right. Okay, so tell us what sorts of masks you're making. We'd love to hear. Okay, so I'm putting on some glue. So I'm using bits of paper. I'm using glue. I'm using old tissues, old wrapping papers, whatever we have. If you have little bits of lace, you can use little bits of lace. We just went and picked up, we saved lots of stuff to use it. All right. Let's see, what am I going to do again with this mask? Maybe I can put some confetti on my mask. Put a little bit of confetti on. Some sequins. Yes, reduce, reuse, and recycle. We always try to do that. So like sequins you can get if you have an old carnival costume, you can take it apart and use it for your craft. You can save the cardboard from your cereal boxes. You can even use the foil from your Dairy milk packs. That comes in lots of nice different colors, blue and red and all that. You can use the foil. Okay, be creative. Use what you have. You don't need to go out and buy things all the time. You can use what you have around the house and be inventive with it. You can use bits of brown paper, paint them, spray them a different color, cut them up. You can use, as I said before, we can use bottle tops, glitter, whatever we have. You don't necessarily need to go out and buy anything. You can use bits of newspaper. All right. So Ryan, come on, finish your monkey. Everybody's waiting to see Ryan's monkey.
I'm waiting for the paint.
All right. So I am starting on my mask. All right. I think I need to put a few feathers on, but I think the feathers.
Put a nose.
I don't know. How are you going with your painting there? You have to paint the bottom part of the monkey's mouth, and you have to do his ears. Don't forget his ears. Bring those ears on. Right, so I'm going to take on some feathers. Maybe you can go out and look and see if you find any bird feathers in the yard. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of tape when Ryan is done. Left-handed scissors. Use a little bit of tape here. Tape my feathers on. Masks are all the rage right now. Oops. Oh, yikes. Hold on.
My ears don't fit.
The ears don't fit? Oh, I'll glue them on for you, love. Hold on. All right. So I have my mask. I like my mask. And very funky. All right, let me help you with your. I'm going to help Ryan with his ears. He'll need to glue his ears on. Okay. Right. So tell us what other things you can use to make your masks with your recycling. You can let us know what you might be able to use, what creative ideas you have. Right? And you can make your mask as simple or as fancy as you like. Right? Oh gosh, my glue is not coming out. I think Ryan and I are going to have to finish this mask off camera when I could get the glue to work again. But he's painting his monkey mask. And as I said, later on, check the page. We're going to upload some photos. You're going to see Ryan's mask. And of course, we would love to add all of your photos as well. So do send them in to us. I'm sure you're excited to see Ryan finish his painting of Warsaw House and his mask. You're going to get that done for them, Ryan? And surprise them. Ryan's a little tired this morning. Kiki, all that exercising and running around the savannah. What do you think? She burnt out his legs.
I ran so much.
All right, folks. So we're really happy that you've joined us today again. We hope you learned something. We hope that you go and you take a little walk around the savannah or a run. Remember to wear your mask, practice the social distancing. Okay? But it's good to go out as well and get a bit of fresh air when you're away from everybody. The savannah is a great place to do it. Lovely to have a picnic, lovely to go and play a little bit of sports. Take in all the beautiful buildings around the savannah. If you like photography, you can borrow a camera and go and take some pictures. You can even upload some pictures to the page, Dairy Milky Milk page, and show us your little trip to the savannah and show us what you've seen. Remember, you have to look for Hayes Court. You need a picture of Hayes Court, if anybody remembers that. And take in all there is to do around the savannah. Visit the museum, visit the zoo. Take a look at the magnificent Devon. Take your sketchbooks and your paints out and go and sit and paint some of the beautiful buildings around the savannah. There's so much to do out there. We have a beautiful country, and the savannah was a real gift to us. It was a real gift to the city, gift of greenery, of space. It gives us oxygen, and it gives us entertainment. So we can play our sports, do our shows, sit, chat, socialize, and enjoy the savannah. All right, so Ryan, let's say goodbye. Bye. Bye, guys. We'll see you all again next week. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm so excited for next week because we have our party next week. But we'll see you guys again here tomorrow. Bye.